Hey guys, I'm going to review the 2012 Korean drama Wild Romance. And this was one of the first Korean dramas that I watched back in early 2012 when I first started getting into dramas. So it kind of has, a special place for being one of my first ones. And this is a very kind of dividing drama because I find that people either love this drama or they really hate this drama. And I can kind of see both sides of that. So let's start with the plot. It starts off in a karaoke club. Yoon-ja is there with her family. She's a female bodyguard. And her family, her brother and father, they're all die-hard Blue Seagulls fans, which is a baseball team. Well, they run into a player, Park Mu-yeol from the Red Dreamers, who is the Blue Seagulls' rival, and they get into an argument. And Eun-ja eventually kind of beats him up, flips him over, and it gets videotaped, recorded. And to keep kind of a scandal away and negative publicity, Eun-ja has to become Mu-yeol's bodyguard. And these two hate each other. For a big majority of the drama, especially the beginning, they're constantly arguing and even so much as getting into an intense physical altercation. They just flat out don't like each other. Of course, slowly they become friends and whatnot, but yeah, that's what I really like about Asian dramas, and I think that's why I like them so much, is because I'm a big fan of 30s and 40s screwball comedies. And Asian dramas really exemplify a lot of those traits that I like in screwball comedies. And one of those is love-hate relationships. And this drama definitely has that. So that's kind of, funny. And there's different things they have to deal with. Eun-ja eventually starts to develop feelings for Mu-yeol. They have to deal with Mu-yeol's stalker, who is could possibly be dangerous, and sending him pictures with pictures of himself with his eyes scratched out. And then an old girlfriend of his comes back into the picture. So those are the kind of things that are going on. Two other characters I want to focus on are Dong-ah, who is Kim Dong-ah, who is Eun-ja's best friend, and they live together. Like, actually, Eun-ja and her family live in Dong-ah's house. But Dong-ah is like one of the best drama characters I've ever seen. Definitely one of the best female characters. And it always floors me, and I'll probably, hark on this too much, but she's just such an interesting and quirky and fun character, but she's a secondary character. And I just find a lot of times that the best female characters I come across in dramas, more often than not, tend to be secondary characters. And I just hate it because, Eun-ja isn't a bad character at all. I do like her, but in most dramas, the female lead tends to be, cut from, kind of cookie cutter. And, kind of timid or stubborn or what have you, but they're not as fun as the secondary characters, and I always hate that because the male characters are always better written and more interesting. But anyway, Dong-ah, amazing. If she was a female lead, that would probably be my favorite drama of all time because, again, great character. She's just brutally honest, she's blunt, she's funny, she's inquisitive, she can be sarcastic, she's just really unlike a lot of female characters in dramas. She becomes attracted to Manager Kim, who is, he kind of, I guess, helps out with managing the publicity of the Red Dreamers and doing different things with the players. But he is like the exact opposite of Dong-ah. He's very serious, very cold, like standoffish. He doesn't like to joke or things like that, and it's just so funny to see them together because their interactions are hilarious. they're called, I mean, she calls them a robot, and they're called the robot couple. And they're like one of my favorite couples of any drama, secondary or main couples. They're just, it just works. These two exact polar opposites coming together, it just works, and it was so fun to watch. And favorite couple ever. But they were a big reason why I loved this drama so much, was because of them. Not to diminish other things I liked. So, let's start off with the good, of course. The drama is funny. For most part, I like most of the characters. Of course, Dong-ah, Manager Kim, they were just really funny and added that, I don't know, they added that extra something that this drama really needed. Manager Kim and Dong-ah were just added something to this that it really needed, and they were just a fun, quirky element in this drama. And I don't think I still would have liked this drama, but I don't think I would have loved it as much if not for those two characters. Lee Si-young as Yoo Eun-ja, I didn't mind her. I mean, she's playing this character and she is kind of stupid, and I don't like stupid characters. But I didn't mind it so much with her because she was, this different kind of female character than we're used to. I love the fact actually that Eun-ja didn't go through some really powerful transformation. She didn't go through this huge transformation for Muyul to notice her or to think about her differently. A lot of times there'll be that Cinderella thing where a girl will completely change her appearance or her attitude or her clothes or something, and then the guy starts to notice her. But that didn't happen in this. She gets a haircut, but she doesn't change her personality. She doesn't change her overall self to get a guy to like her, and that's what I really liked about that. That was probably one of my favorite parts about this, actually. Lee Dong-wook, of course, I always like him and everything, and he was funny in this. And like I said, I can talk on and on and on about Dong-ah and Manager Kim, but they're awesome, and more than enough reason to watch this. So, the negatives, which there are quite a few. I guess I'll start off with saying Jessica Jung, who I like Girls' Generation, and it sucks that she's not in Girls' Generation anymore. I think she's a good singer. I think she's pretty. But I don't think she's a great actress. And her role as Muyul's ex-girlfriend was kind of painful to watch. She was really bad. I just find there's some K-pop idols that can transition to acting roles pretty well, and some can't. And I don't know, maybe she needs some more work, but I just didn't care for her in this. This is also one of those dramas that by the end, the pacing got really bad. It was really slow. And just a bunch of craziness happens that it really didn't need. And it kind of just made the plot really messy and unnecessarily convoluted toward the end. The whole stalker thing, I don't even think was necessary. It wasn't handled very well in my opinion, and it just added to the overall messiness of the plot in general toward the end. But that was kind of not my favorite thing. So the pacing, kind of the plot toward the end, some of the acting. Also, this is just a small thing, but as I mentioned, Eun-ja and Muyul get into actually a physical altercation that kind of surprised me. It wasn't just like pushing or something. They were like fighting, like bruising each other. And that to me was just taking it a little too far. I know she's strong and he doesn't quite see her as a woman just yet, but still, I just thought that was taken a little too far, and it kind of made me a little uncomfortable how violent that fight was. But other than that, like I said, I can understand people not liking this, but just to me, aside from all those negative things, I really did enjoy this. I enjoyed the comedy, I enjoyed the relationships, the characters. It was funny, and it was like exemplified a lot of the screwball elements that I look for and that I like in dramas. So So that was my review of Wild Romance. I gave it a 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I have watched it a few more times. And it has some of my favorite characters of any drama. So I recommend watching it. And as always, thanks so much for watching.